Hey there you, welcome back to this spiritual oracle card reading where you'll find spiritual guidance and you're going to find a reading that's going to speak to your heart and your mind. Ooh, now this reading is very personal to you because every reading is personal. Think about this. If you're here in time at this moment in time, it is a very personalized time for you. And the experience you're going to have with this reading is going to play on your memories and your current thought patterns, the current things you've been dealing with in your life, mentally and emotionally, and those things are all going to bubble up and be played upon during this reading. Every reading is personal to you because it is seen and heard through your own personal self, your own eyes, your own ears, your own memories, your own beliefs, your own emotions, your own everything called you. And this reading is going to be about devotion. To what? To what we focus on. Look, it's asking us to look up to what we focus on up in the stars. That's just a symbol for our inner mind. What do we go up here and call twinkly? Those are the yellow things up here. Yellow meaning the joyful things. That yellow is a symbol of the solar plexus, which for this reading means joy. So what do you go up into your secret place up high? That's why it's in the top part of the card. What do you go up and focus on and call twinkly stars? Whatever that is, those are the things that are going to get incorporated into the day and the night of your personal life. That's what this symbol is here. You can see it all. So morning, noon, and night doesn't matter. The phases of the moon don't matter. The ocean doesn't matter. Signs and symbols out there, information, none of it matters. Meaning, it doesn't make matter. Those things don't have any power. What has power is you as this conscious spiritual being who is casting votes at what they are devoting their awareness towards, what they're pointing to, or they're devoting their heart and mind to call twinkly as stars up here, to feel them with their words and their emotions by imagining them like a little daydream, then letting them go, letting them fall, letting them come down into the world. In the world as what? As that little bird. Look. And they're just sitting there waiting on the tree of life for you to come across and experience. And that's how it works. Now look, what's with the dead bird? Ooh, that sucks. This is very simple. It's saying when you go up into your consciousness spiritual space and you cast a vote on faith for a twinkly star of an idea, for something that you want to see come to pass or come down into the world, when you go up there and you use your light to shine something cool, with your words and your imaginative emotional experiences up here. When you do that, don't pick a dark star, don't pick a dead star, don't conjure up ideas of fear and illness and crappity crap. Or else you'll give birth, spiritually speaking, to a dead bird and that sucks, you don't want it. Let it go down, let it go to the ground. If you do find yourself going up here, only focus on the yellow joy, okay? And that's why this bird has that joy on its chest. It can fly into the world. Only the joyful things are going to stay. The rest of it's just going to fall away. This is good news, really. And you can see now that that's why we have this hue of green around here. What's that? That represents our green heart chakra, which is our spiritual body. And it's just simply saying that the things that you want to see coming into the world, the things that you want to vote for, the vote, things you want to see evolving, go up in your secret place, cast a vote for them. Know that there's no power of morning, noon, or night, good and bad, good and evil. Know that nothing around you has any power over you to prevent that from coming down to pass. And you're either going to give birth to a live bird or a dead bird. That's just a symbolism for either you're going to be casting a vote for something joyful and that will be prosperous in the world, or something crummity, crappity crap, and that will just fall down. You don't even have to worry about that. If you accidentally create some darkness, it'll disappear because it doesn't have a footing or a hold in this world. It doesn't have its wings. Now, the fulfillment card comes out because that's really what's going to happen. We're devoted to having the fulfillment come down into the world. You can see the back of the feathers of the bird is the same as her flowing hair. She's going to be sitting on the flower of growth, sitting up high. See, just like this bird is up high on the tree, you are sitting up high on the flower. That flower is going to be whatever you want to bloom in the world is going to be fulfilled. So again, don't vote for crappy things. devote your time to go up here and focus on only joyful stuff. Joy abounds in all areas of my life. That's what the card says. That's funny. But yes, joy abounds in all areas of my life. And that's how it is, see? Now you can even see more here of the pink in the sky. That's giving us a little bit of a symbol of this pink flower. And you can see a little bit of the pink in the light, meaning don't use your light to create darkness. Use your light to create bright, joyful things, and joy will abound in all areas of your life. Plus, now you're going to get up on this petaled flower, and now look, when the flower blooms, it's got all these new shoots of white light coming off, as you can see by the petals here. And what's that going to mean? Let's take another card and see what that does mean. Because it feels like something multiplying. Once you're able to get a little bit of those good manifestations in the world, because you go up in here and you cast votes for joyful things, and you move your awareness away from negative things, then what's going to happen? It's going to make more and more of this experience happen in your life. You're going to believe deeper and deeper as you have this process occur. And that belief is going to open up all of these new areas of the white light. That's what this is. We see all the white light petals, and now they become all of these different facets of the rainbow of colors. You can see them even here, the green petals, they're turning green right down here, and then they explode into this whole variety of anything is possibleness. Look at all that abstraction. You're going to be able to believe in anything being possible. Believe in the abstraction. Then, when you go back up into your stars again and complete the cycle again and again, you're going to be able to vote for even more phenomenal things that you didn't think were possible before. So your belief is going to grow and expand each time you pick joyful things. Imagine them with your words and feel them with your emotions up here in your secret place, up high, in your secret high space. Kind of like a dream. That's why we see this part of the card. This looks like a dream. Or we go up to the number 7, which is like going up to God. 7 is a number for God, source, universe. We cast our vote on those stars. The stars come down as the birds. The bird comes into the world. And if it's a joy bird, if you've done it with joy and light, then you're going to have a bright manifestation come to pass and bloom. If you've done it with crappy crap darkness or illness, or, if you've got some kind of bad thing you've been doing in the world, go fix that first so your birds don't fall down dead. Boom. You're not an amend to make to somebody. You've got to go pay something back that you took. Whatever. Do that. Make it right. Tell somebody you're sorry you blew up on them emotionally, that if you could do it over, you would have paused and gotten calm. Maybe taken a few breaths instead of lashing out at them emotionally. Whatever it was, doesn't mean you did that. I'm just saying, go fix that stuff. Go get control of that joy diamond that you are sitting on as the God, Source, Universe, Divine Masculine, so that you can keep that wheel of creation going around and around and around over and over and over again. You can see it there. So that you can keep bringing new good things into the world from that angelic realm. And that's what the 10 up here represent. It represents the duality world. 10 is a binary number. So that represents the 0 and the 1 in like a computer system. 0 and 1 look like opposites. 0 versus 1, negative versus positive. It's not. It's the number 10 now because they work together. They work together to bring down joyful things into the world when you get control over your emotions and your words. You can do that just by going up here, understanding that you are a spiritual being having a human experience, and what you vote for up here with that joy light is automatically going to turn into a bird in the world and fly around, become a flower. That it's going to increase your ability to believe, and you'll be doing this more and more in all areas of your life. Let's take one more card to get out of this little reading, and we'll see what we see. And remember, every reading that I do is personal to you because you're experiencing it through your own eyes and your own current state of affairs. And that's what really makes something personal, is when you reflect on how it impacts you personally. Surrender your attachment to results. That's the last part of this. When we do go up there and we cast our vote for those twinkly stars of what we're hoping for in a relationship or at work or with our finances or with anything, when we go up there, we want to let go and surrender the attachment to the results. Leave those results up to God, Source, Universe. We just want to allow ourselves to believe that they will just come to pass. And before you know it, you're going to see them on the horizon of your personal life. Surrender the control of that to the Divine Source, Universe, God in the world. You're going to be seeing more content from me to help empower you to be able to create the reality that you prefer. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. Also, you can always go to any video on my channel. They are here to help you to manifest, to overcome the personal world, and to get into that spiritual space where anything is possible. I appreciate you. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, have fun. I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care. Goodbye. Hey there, you. Welcome back to another video, spiritual oracle card reading. Now look, this reading is absolutely for you. It's why I made it. I made it so that you could show up here, that you could take a few moments, not very long, maybe take a breath, maybe just let go and relax and be a part of this little bit of entertaining spiritual oracle card reading. Now look, the information that you're going to hear is really just concepts and practices. What's that? A concept is just a way of understanding or seeing something in the world. Concepts don't have to be, proven with facts or anything like that. Concepts are not right or wrong. They're beyond that. They're like when you go into an art gallery and you look at a piece of artwork and you're like, ooh, it reminds me of this. I kind of see that. Ooh, I'm making this and that association. I'm feeling this way or that way. Ooh, a concept is just a point of view. A facet of a diamond, a little bit of space where light can come shining through, a little bit of playfulness, a little bit of you that you share in the world. Now look, I'm sharing these concepts that are coming through the reading, and you're hearing them through your own memories, your own beliefs, your own meanings of words and things. And hopefully you're just relaxing though. Relaxing all of that, suspending judgment on what's happening, giving yourself a break from what you know, and instead just feeling a little bit of a renewal, a little bit of a playful, a little bit of a light juggling, and a little bit of a loose baggy pants wearing as you press that play button of playfulness. Now look, now that we're in this little quiet state of okay land, where we really know that everything is all right. I mean, it really is. Think about it. Think about all the things you've ever been through in your life for a second and how it's all led you to this moment and that you've made it. You made it somehow. So if there's anything that you're really overly concerned or worried about, think about it. Before you know it, it'll be gone and replaced by something else. You don't have to worry when you have that white light. You know that you are a divine masculine. What's that mean? It means everybody has in them a logic center, a word center, a man within us. And that is the master. The master is the one that can allow things to be light and playful, that can define the world around them in a way that allows the expansion of the light in the world. Because think about it, like that's all that energy that's moving through our body and through our day. That's all that renewable resource that we have flowing. We want to get with that feeling of okayness and playfulness so that we can wear the world like a loose baggy pant garment. Not to take things too seriously, too literally. If we go too literal, we end up falling down a little dark spot, falling in a pit, falling in a space where we have stared ourselves down a strange rabbit hole and we discover some dark stuff that we don't like. Instead, we can just blossom like the flower. We can just let go like the little alien pink being. What's that? That is us as a renewed state of consciousness, a renewed state of spiritual space, a renewed state of a heart that we really are. Think about this. All our life, there's been something looking through our eyes at people and things of the world around us. You know this is true. There's been a little presence that's been inside of you since you were a little boy or girl. That presence, that awareness, that consciousness, that spirit, that God spark, that you of you, the thing that we really are, that thing that is the alien in this weird world of ours, that is who we've always been and always will be. And that's why it looks all nakedy naked, because as we're discovering, it is just an energy. It is just a resource of waves of light, a playful land, a little delight. It's okay to clown around when you know that you're not just a mortal being in the world, that your personal life is just not a literal story only. Because this allows you to get out of yourself, get beyond the labels, the names, the roles, beyond your memories, your belief systems, your whatevers, your words, your divine masculine that was put in place to get you to where you are today. All the little flowers that have grown in your life have been there because you've made decisions. And why? What? Because we've taken stands. Why? What? Because we surrendered our hearts and our minds to allow some kind of a renewing, expanding, beautiful experience to come through us and into the world, to grow into the world. Those little flowers, ooh, look at that flower right there with that little smiley little face. Hi. This part of the flower is called the stigma. Whoa, it just is. That word stigma can be used a lot of different ways. You can also see it as the little Jesus hands with this figure, because that's what those nail things are in the Catholic Christian story of the Bible. The stigma. And it's also the center of the flower that collects the pollen. It collects the seeds. It collects the renewal. It collects the scent of what? The scent of light that turns into the waves of prosperity that you can ride along, that you can be sitting on top of. New abundance and exciting opportunities wash over you now. When you know that you are a child of God, a child of the light, a playful source, a master that has come into the world living inside of a personal self, that is here to expand and express in a new creative way, new concepts, new conceptions, new ways of looking at things. You're valuable. There's no one that's going to do it exactly like you. You're nothing short of a miracle. If you can find other people who can surrender to rest and sleep, what's that? Surrender to the rest and the sleep of their old ideas. When they can let them go, when they can let something new grow, when they can get around you and celebrate that sound of waves of prosperity that is coming through you, when you can find other people that are your soul tribe, people that are your real spiritual friends, people that really don't want anything from you other than to appreciate you. Those are the ones who are free. Those are the ones you want to commit to be seeing. To see, because those are the ones you're really going to be able to see, their authentic hearts as they bring that beautiful white flower, that beautiful white light flower into the world. Now we can see the divine masculine and the divine feminine combined here. She is that love light. She is that blossom. She is the white stigma flower of She will always look up towards the heart star. And what's that? What's a heart star? It's just taking your whole heart, your whole countenance, whoever you are today, your awareness, taking all of that and just saying, you know what? Everything can change on a dime. Why not? Everything can be different and I'm okay. Why not? I'm ready to go up out of duality and reach to that starlight in the sky and have that new red root chakra experience blossom me out into the world in a brand new way. I'm ready to discover the discovery of life, that I'm a spiritual being having a mortal experience that keeps on changing, keeps on growing, keeps rearranging, keeps on getting different, but it keeps on feeling buoyant. It keeps on feeling electric. It keeps on feeling like your cells are just vibrating. They're moving all around. You've got that beautiful healing coming through your sound of your voice when you let go of the old thoughts and ideas and ways of looking at things. You don't have to wear the same circular ring over and over and over again. You can spiral upward. You can go beyond. Beyond what? Beyond the concepts that we already know. And you can see things in new ways because you are a creative light that is living inside of a human self, and you are here for a reason, a purpose. You are valuable, you are important, you are the one that can bring that down. Oh, I'll let it go, let it release into the world. There you go, playful angel that you are. There you go, wave of prosperity, light bringer, waves of joy. There you go, making us all so proud as you bring down, I lost the card, as you bring down that wonderful light from the world beyond, from the world within. As I look for that card, as I try to find it, as I wish I could. Am I gonna have to stop this video? Nah. Do you know what? Let's just take a moment and I'll go dig it up. Why not? So how far could it be? I mean, really, if you think about it, if I'm gonna hit the cards away like that, I've got to expect there to be some kind of a trouble like that happening. But I have found every single card except that one, and you know what? Maybe that's okay. Maybe I'll just release that card, right? Maybe I'll just let that one go. Maybe we'll just pull another one to replace it. What's it gonna be? Ooh, the isolation card, bummer. Now look, you can see back here, all these blazers. They represent all of the labels, names, and roles that we have shown up in our life in the past. We want to ditch those really, finally, to discover our true identity as that spiritual being, which is represented here by the tuxedo, because this is really the classy black and white you, meaning you beyond duality, you beyond the personal life, wearing your little bow tie of celebration for the red root chakra, which is constant expansion of your material world, constant changes of your personal life. And it's got nobody in it because we are an invisible being, an invisible consciousness, a little bit of an energy, a little bit of a wave of light, a little bit of a wave of light in the world that is embodied. And sometimes we can only really understand our true identity by using our imagination and using these fantasy looking type images so that we can conceive of something beyond what we already know, so that we can transform this world and continue to discover new things, to grow new things in new ways that haven't existed yet, so that other people can benefit as we move the human race forward in ways that are miraculous. Oh, that's your reading for today. I hope that you enjoyed it. Let me have some comments below. Let me know what stood out. Let me know what stuck with you. Let me know what's on your mind and your heart. Love to hear from you. In any case, thanks for being a viewer and a subscriber. If you haven't subscribed, please do. So glad that you're here on this spiritual journey that we're all raveled up in. Take care, friends. Goodbye. Welcome back to another video. My name is Brian Nesline. This is a spiritual oracle card reading. This reading is going to help to expand your spiritual life. The reading is absolutely for you because you are a spiritual being having a personal human experience. Oh, just like the rest of us, that's pretty good news. That means we're alive and we're living in the world. And we have friends and family members, right? We've got things that belong to us, maybe a car, maybe an apartment, a house, whatever. We've got clothing, we've got glasses, we've got cards if your name is me. Look, you've got stuff all around you. Just check it out. If you look around your environment, you're going to see that you own a lot of material things. And this is not a bad thing. What a blessing to have stuff in our personal life, whether it be physical stuff that has monetary value. Ooh, that's right. If you look around at some of the things, anything, even little teeny tiny things, right? Look, I didn't even put my microphone on. That sucks. Now I'm going to do that. It's right here. This is a $9 microphone. That's money, right? You got to love it when you look around and you can see that you and money are friends. Really, think about it. Oh, what's that? I got a gold ring on my finger? That's $160. What? I forgot that money and I were friends, that me and money are all around each other. This little pause and get calm bracelet, that's worth some money too. Woo! And even this deck of cards, about 20 bucks. In fact, this one's about 35 because there's two different decks of cards mixed in. I mixed these decks together. So let's go ahead and jump into this reading. Remember, you're here at the right time because we're always in the right place at the right time. Oh, we're living inside of a divine timing experience. There's one God, one power, one source, one universal thing called what in the world do we call that God sparky thing up in the sky or inside of our glint in our eyes? What is this one power, this one source, this one thing, this golden treasures comes out? Why? Because we're just talking about all our little material things that are all golden, right? Ooh, my little golden ring. What a treasure that is. I want you to notice that a lot of times the signs or the reflections of the things we see in the world, like these cards, the signs follow what we are talking about or focused on up in our spiritual space. So look, here she is. She's saying, look, if you want more golden treasures, if you want more wealth, if you want more things that you value to be in your personal life and in your awareness, simply meditate is what she's doing here. That just means get calm, get serene, go into the waking dream, be the one who can control their emotions and the role of the words that are being given to you moment to moment. Pause and take a breath. Hold it in a little bit. Let yourself fall down. Let yourself become that peaceful golden treasure chest of wow, 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 boom light radiating all through the world. And then you're going to be able to focus on and contemplate all of the treasures around you, like I did with my little microphone. You're going to see, I got to put the card down and plug this back in. You're going to see that moment to moment, you really are surrounded by treasures. And if they're not material things that equal money, they're experiences of joy, as you can see by the yellow, or interesting behaviors from other people that are sparking little iterations of your own memories popping up. Little interactions of the golden treasure, of being alive, of being with God, of being the one source universe that is a spirit living inside of a you. So it's saying here that we want to really count our golden treasures. And what's that really mean? Just notice that you have things of value. Just put a price tag on all the little things in your environment, from pens to hairbrushes. Ooh, I don't have one of those. Or do I? Actually, I've got a 13-year-old son, and he's got hair. So there is a hairbrush inside the bathroom, and that's cool. We've got plenty of stuff. Look at this little tree. We've got plenty of stuff that it equals money. Oh, this reading's got something to do with some financial wealth, but also with emotional wealth and mental wealth, conscious wealth of the things around us. Just by looking at them as money, we are able to feel like we have it in an abundance all around us. We can take off this mask and see that the green heart chakra is always alive and well. We're able to create with that snake all the yellow joy and the creative brown, that is the orange root chakra that is turned brown, meaning it's turned to dirt, meaning it's turned to our material world, meaning that the joy that we can find in our golden treasures, the joy that we find when we look around our environment and assign a value to the material things and really feel rich, that joyful, rich inner light, that joyful space, that white mask time of convincing ourselves that money and us are friends. This is what we want to do. We have to program our personal life to see the golden treasures so that we can get the heart chakra running with the snake. And that's just going to mean that we're going to be able to see more and more material things coming into our life. Ooh, this reading feels a little convoluted. I might have to redo parts of it. All right, let me just pull one more quick card, jump out of this reading and redo it. Boom! What are we looking at? It doesn't say acquisition. Come on now. That's good news. The acquisition card is great. So look, we are going to keep this reading, even though it's crazy. Now look, The way to acquire more of your golden treasures, more wealth, more financial wealth, more wealthy stuff, whether it be wealth of camaraderie with people, whether it be wealth of just feeling mentally and emotionally well, whether it be wealth of material things that equal money. Just simply count your blessings. Okay, that's true. What we really are saying is get calm and focus very clearly on the things that we value. Oh, that can be anything from a monetary thing to a behavioral thing to a person, place, or thing in our environment, in our personal life. And as we do that, as we sit and focus on that, just a little bit of attention on that, what happens is our green heart chakra gets ignited and it starts to send out this little snake. And the snake is not a scary thing or a bad thing. No. The snake is just the thing that crawls around in the world, meaning the material world is very slow. It's very dumbed down. Not dumb like more dumbed down like it has settled down in the dirt of experiences. So it slithers across the ground. And we want to make sure that we're using the yellow on the snake, meaning that we are focusing on the things that we really enjoy. We're not going to look at stuff and say, oh, I don't have enough money. Oh, that microphone's only worth $9. Oh, what a crappy microphone. It's only $9. We don't want to use our snake to make darky dark. No, use your green heart chakra to project on joyful experiences. Again, use it as a golden treasure, not as a dark, crappy crap. Then what's going to happen? You're going to see more and more of these things popping up. You're going to have the acquisition that comes down from that joyful space. Look, there's the snakes swirling around out there in the world, bringing you more and more of that beautiful stuff, the golden treasure that you want to see. Oh yeah, I love the cards. They're coming out exactly as we would prefer. We speak about a thing and the cards will come up to magnify or reflect it back. This should show you that that's how it works. So use your light, use your face of white, right? Your face of white light in the world to describe with your words and feel with your emotions your golden treasures. As you do that, as you focus on it, you will acquire more. It just happens. The divine masculine and the divine feminine are these two right here. This is who we really are, okay? This is everybody's soulmates who have found each other. The divine masculine words, the divine feminine emotion, they're for together. They're forever together from now until eternity. They live inside of you. They're the ones who are dreaming your personal life into existence. And you can work with them now if you just get out of yourself, taking a breath, pause and get calm, move down into your little meditative space and start to go up and see these folks within you. See them within you. They are that white mask, that white face in the world. All right, one more card to get out of this reading. What? This is a new deck of cards to take us out. We've been talking about money. We've been talking about being the divine masculine and divine feminine. We've been talking about what we focus on expands so that we want to pick joyful things and we want to create nice things. And what do we got at the end here? The whispers of spring. Boom. So that's what we're talking about here as well. Look at this. Here they are, these two swirling around here, creating for us a springtime experience. What does that mean, springtime? It means new growth. It means blossoms. It means, oh my God, these magical double dragonfly fairies are here to bring down into the world our heart's desires. You can see them right here as a symbol in the heart. And all the purple here is going to be all of the wisdom, all the crown chakra, all of the bring down into the world, just the things you want. Just the things you want. So that's your reading. Oh, I hope that it's here to help you understand that you are creating or voting for your reality by what you imagine and feel, what you focus on with your words and your intentions and all that inner stuff that you then talk about, express, and act on. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Follow along every day. I publish. We're going to be publishing for the rest of our lives. Oh, I'm here to help support your spiritual experience. Let me know if you have any questions. whatever. Like the video, it helps it to spread. I do need your help to expand this channel. That would be by watching the videos. What? Watching the playlists, there's more, and sharing anything that you are inspired to share or not. I understand. Either way, hit the notification bell so that you get notified of every video, then you can decide what you want to do with it. Thank you so much for being a part of this spiritual experience. I appreciate you. Take care. Brian, the video is not ending. What? This video, I'm telling you. What do you want me to do, Spirit? Pull a little extra bonus card? Oh, fine. I'm going to pull a card from the surrender deck. Ooh, I'm having technical difficulties, huh? Who cares? You got to roll with whatever is happening. Why? Because the universe is on your side, my friend. Surrender to the beauty of the natural world, and that natural world would be just what we're talking about. The beauty of the natural world, of that green heart chakra. You can see it in the card here. And that yellow and brown creative snake that is coming down into the world day after day, bringing all of your golden treasures to play during this springtime experience. Take a relaxing break and spend time in nature, the nature of creation, of creating from our imagination and our words and our emotions, and seeing it reflected, ooh, like on the card, reflected back. Replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and the ecstasy in nature. Whoa, yeah. Soak in that natural world around you. And what is that really? What we were talking about in the beginning of this reading, which is seeing the environment, the people, and the behaviors around you, and even their emotions as just a natural flow of a wealth of stuff, whether it be internal, beautiful, emotional, and mental stuff, or concrete, physical, wealthy, financial stuff. Thank you so much for being a part of this sunrise meeting and this little bit of a reading. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Goodbye. Hey there, you. Welcome back to another Spiritual Oracle card reading video. Yes, my name is Brian Nesline. I'm here to give you spiritual information, a spiritual reading, a card reading that has spiritual tips, spiritual guidance, all sorts of spiritual information to foster your own spiritual reality. Now, why is that important? Because our spiritual reality has a lot of control over our personal lives, our personal reality. Look, make sure that you understand this. We want you to know that the spiritual world is in control of all of it. So if we're just going to live as a self in the world, in our personal life, we're going to miss out on that true beautiful light that is within here that operates through our words and our emotions to orchestrate so many things. Now look, the first card that comes out here is, the peace card. Why? Because when we're talking about living a spiritual life, which will have more control over our personal life, then we want to be able to be in that space of peace, serenity, and joy. You want to be sitting up on the moon like that, knowing that it doesn't really matter if it's a full moon or a new moon or a crescent moon, that any day, week, month, or year, we are sitting on our throne of the white light. We are empowered. So it's not people and situations around us, and it's not the phases of the moon or anything else. Ooh, it's not our signs. It's not the information. It's not what people say on the television shows. It's not a news channel dictating to us. It's not your mom and dad. No, no, no. You are the one white light spiritual consciousness, the divine masculine and the divine feminine, living inside of a human being called you. And this is a selfie of you. This blue is the indigo, the third eye, and it is the light blue throat chakra. That's our communication system. So we are sitting peacefully on our throne of white light, meaning never-ending possibilities of good things that we can imagine and feel can come into the world, into our personal lives, come down from the stars, from the moonlight, can come down into our life through our words and our intuition, through our third eye, dark blue, indigo, and our Ooh, divine masculine words, light blue, that we circle out into the world. And this cycle of the true moon cycle, the true lunacy cycle of you going up here and knowing up high in the sky, up high in your inner light sky, of knowing what it is that you want to see happen in your personal life, siding with that, voting with that, believing in that, and then letting it go, forgetting about it, letting it become part of the night, the darkness, the forgetfulness, forgetting about it, and then it will come down on earth and it will become part of our life. I breathe deeply, knowing that all is well in my universe. Yeah. And pausing and getting calm, like I say on this bracelet here, pause and get calm is a way of bringing peace and going up into that space. Breathing deeply, holding in a little bit extra, will allow the flood of oxygen and that release of endorphins, which takes us out of our self, out of our personal world, and up into the cloudy zone of bright light land, that place where everything is easy to understand. The slow down mode, the peaceville place, the one identity that you really are, this third eye spiritual thing living inside yourself. Now look, every reading that comes out is personal for you. Look at this. Now, you might say that sounds a little extreme. Brian, how can every reading be personal to me? Simple. Look around this world. Everything you're seeing in it, everything you're reading in it is coming through your own eyes and your own mind and your own heart. Your own personal experiences, your own memories are right here in front of you. They're what you're seeing through. Down they come into the world. The divine masculine is trying to tell you something. Emotional, divine feminine. Your emotional nature is all contingent upon what you tell yourself up here in your intention land. So if you intend that this reading is a collective reading, then you have set the intention to have an experience reflected back about that. So, all that's trying to happen here with this struggle that we see between the divine masculine, our words, and the divine feminine, our emotions, is to get them on the same page. They want to be on the same page, meaning that the future that we have is not set in stone. It is just sitting here waiting for us to imagine and feel it up here with the divine masculine words, the divine feminine emotion, and letting it go and letting it come down like this bird with the crown that will be there, the vulture, the crow, the one that will sow the seeds in the earth, in the barren green land back here. You'll soon see what you have up here for knowing. This is what it is. The divine masculine words, the divine feminine emotions are for knowing, pre-knowing, for pre-programming the flight, the lunar flight down from the moon star space of white light through our communication system, the blue running into the world, to be able to give birth to new things, to new seeds in the world. And it's never ending. Look at that 8 infinity sign on its side. Look at the 8. Look at the 8. The 8 is infinity. There's nothing impossible. Everything's available. All you have to do is believe. Believe, and you'll be living it. Believing it, be living it, be using the words in a creative way. Be letting go, be going up in here where there's nothing to know except a blank canvas space. Except a white haven place, a golden treasure on your face. And that's you, my friend. You've let yourself become the invisible star, the shadow of who you really are, which is your spiritual self up here, that white light coming down into the world and living as a mortal, divine masculine and divine feminine as a personal self called you. Oh, this reading, it's for you. Every reading that you see is for you in the moment that you watch it, because it's about timing, not about content. It's about the time that you're here. And this is really what you want to participate in. You could just simply integrate all of the different, seemingly different things around you into this core of who you are within this little hole of your inner light space, that spiral, that pupil. that student, that you. So go down inside of yourself. Set the intention that everything that's happening around you is for you. Then find ways to integrate that information, even if it looks a little different from other information. Don't pit the world against itself. Don't say that something's for you and something's not. Just sift through it and let it be that blossoming flower of yellow and red, which is joy and expansion of the material world, participating inside this space of never-ending possibilities. We're going to pull another card from this brand new deck. This, fairy deck. What's it going to be? Let's take a look. Let's see you as this angel of crown, purple chakra woman, bringing all the light down. Look at all that new ruffles of the heart-shaped material world represented by the red. Right? Who is she? Reflections. Why? Think about it. Everything that's happening is simply, boom, a reflection of what we imagine and feel up here. We bring it down, we reflect on it, we get that space of peace. And in that stillness, that bird comes down with its crown. Just convince yourself that it's okay. Don't freak out while you're living out your mortal day here on earth. If people, places, and things disturbs you, you start seeing some scary scares. Just take that deep breath so that you can calm down your divine feminine emotional nature. Pause and get calm by taking a few slow deep breaths, so you'll jump back up into this creative pixie of the princess of the pronouncing what she's pre-known, bringing it all down on peace and serenity. And wow, what an amazing experience it is when you can ride the wave of the energy. We're almost out of this reading. What's it going to be? We have no idea. We don't have to know. We just trust that it's going to go through us. We trust that God, source, universe is the white light, is the happy, joy, joy, freedom. Surrender your need to always be right. And that's what we're seeing here, is that little battle of getting on the same page has been taken care of, because look, we did it. The divine masculine, divine feminine have let go of their positions or done their jobs to the nth degree enough so that they can let go and allow this union to occur. So that's really all we're looking at. To recap for you, stay peaceful as you go up to know you are that spiritual consciousness, that awareness inside yourself. Know that no information around you, no divine masculine, no man, could ever control you or make you do anything or tell you any type of truth. Blah. Instead, be that divine feminine that allows herself to come into the world on peace so that she can contemplate her golden treasures. Meaning, she can go up to the light and she can consider all the different colorful variety of options that are available that she can participate in. And as she conjures them up through her words and her emotions up here, she's going to be daydreaming them right down from the moon into the world. And what you're going to see is you're going to see men, the divine masculine, or you're going to see people or information represented by the divine masculine coming at you from different angles, trying to convince you to read this, to be this, to side with it. And what you want to do is you want to let go of anything that doesn't fit into your manifested pre-known space that you did before you walked into the world, that you went up here in your quiet inner space, meditated on and formulated. And that's going to then cause the man to bend the page, to plant the seed, to come on over, to let go of his need to always be right. Instead, he's going to be singing that reflection song of the queen of the pixie dust you, of the wow wow dragonfly. You can see her double wings through her ponytail and her little double back here and her little pinstripe you-know-whats on her legs. This is the world of what we're doing and going to. We are reflecting it, knowing it, drinking from this never-ending cup of infinity. You and me, all of us, the we, the you. Have fun! Leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel, let me know what's going on. Yeah, I appreciate that you're here. It's so much fun being a spiritual friend of yours. Take care, goodbye.